Welcome to another exciting episode of Koffin Radio. I am Heartthrob Rob, and joining me is Zach Attack. And today we are talking about the Bud Light controversy. Bud Light, in hot water, or are they super progressive? Because, they celebrated with this trans activist, Dylan Mulvaney, of 365 days of girlhood, of being a girl now. And
just gonna say, I thought it was 60 at first.
Yeah, so I was an idiot. Yeah, you thought it was 60 when it was 365 days. But it's apparently been this crazy concern because there's a lot of people that don't want to gay up their beer like it is or whatever, right? Even though it's a trans person or whatever, it's
going a little too hard.
All of a sudden, it's don't gay up my beer, right? You know what I mean? But I kind of was going to take it from that perspective. But before we get into the mechanics, really, I saw that supposedly, and this is what they're saying. I got this off of the Google machine, that they're saying that they fell by 5% just in the week that it's been announced, lost $5 billion
in market share. Yeah.
In market share, where shares of Bud Light, instead of being $66.73, are now $63.38, with a loss of $3. And I'm not the smartest guy. I don't know if that's a lot, but
it's not small. What it means is there's a lot of shares.
Yeah.
So, but one of the big things is if you look at the 6-month graph, 6 months ago they were at like $48 a share.
Mm-hmm.
They were up to like 68. So they were rising, and then they released this, and now they're going down. So it's like undoing all they just did. So it's doubly worse.
I just think it's super crazy that that it would cause that, or I would imagine the marketing and research and everything. If you're going to roll out something, I would imagine that it would be in order for them, it would be ready for it to be enacted to work, or, hey, this is going to give us a boost, or we're expecting no change or slight change or up 0.1%, or you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But to fall 5% is kind of crazy. And I'm not saying that it's bad. I'm just, these are the facts that I was, presented.
You thought they would have done their research and been pretty confident it was going to work, and so this must be a surprise to them.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's a kind of a lot of money. I mean, to shares to go down $3, I don't know, is that a lot of money? But when I hear about losing $5 billion of this or that, or
for the company, it's huge.
Or falling, fell 5%. I don't know. It just sounds like a lot. And I don't care what the beer is. I don't care what it is. But I see that, I'm like, I wonder if they continue to, be as embracive to this other side of other culture, as it were, or do they go, fuck, we pissed off all the rednecks.
We go hard back the other way.
Yeah, or we're gun toting fucking dudes now, or whatever.
It is weird too, because Bud Light already is the most popular beer in America.
Is it?
Yes. And it's pretty much no contest.
Really?
And I think number 2 is Budweiser, and then number 3 is Stella, I think.
Really?
But also owned by Anheuser-Busch.
God.
But so they already have the most popular beer, and I think it comes down to, there's been some things released, not sure how credible they are, but the vice president of marketing who came up with the idea, that she was told from all higher ups she had 100% leeway to do what she thought. Like, she's straight out of Harvard business, raring to go. You think you'd cut your teeth on something a little smaller than this with no supervision, but maybe she did. But now it seems like all the higher ups are throwing her under the bus, saying they did not approve this. They had no idea this was happening. And so it depends. Like, are they just throwing her under the bus because it looks bad? That's pretty crap. Or did she really not? And did she go too far? Because, you can't appeal to everyone. And so if you appeal to this one pretty small market, really, you're going to alienate a lot more probably. And I don't know if it was the best idea to go that hard in it.
I think that, instead of making, and I'm just, again, I have nothing against trans people or anything like that. I'm just from a dude who's just presented with some facts. I thought maybe, and as someone who's Mexican, this is how I feel. If they would have presented it as, and now a new flavor, Bud Light Twist or Bud Light something other, because, bro, I get Bud Light micheladas all the time.
Mm-hmm.
If I had to guess.
Terrible,
but if
I know.
But if I had to guess who you're marketing towards, spicy picante Bud Lights, probably up my alley. Or, and I don't see anything wrong with that. I don't see.
You're trying to get that Corona market.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying?
People who like beer with something else.
If you want to, again, I'm not saying, but that's how I feel, is, that's geared towards a little bit towards me a little bit, So maybe if they had the Bud Light Twist, or, I know it's already a beer, but, Bud Light Zest or Bud Light rainbow. I don't know. I'm not trying to be a jerk. You know what I'm saying? Like,
replace Bud Ice with something better.
Towards your direction, I would see. Oh, okay. Well, fuck. That's for them. There's nothing wrong with that. You know what I mean?
Or you were doing a charity push, something like that, where it's like it just felt like it was kind of out of nowhere too. And I think it's just with a lot of things, like some of the stuff being pushed as hard as it can be, that there's the pushback. And when you have people like Kid Rock, they're not gonna wait till like people like us. Like, again, if they don't bother us and we don't bother them, do what you do. Like, I couldn't care less.
If you want to get married just like the rest of us and be miserable, go ahead.
And what you do in your bedroom, all that
doesn't matter to me.
But that when they constantly like, this is what you need to do, or like, this is what we're doing now. And it's like, I could see if someone really was into Budweiser, people that collect it and stuff, basically going, we don't like you as a fan anymore. We don't want you as a customer. We want and it's like, well, then fuck you. Then I don't know if I was like someone like Travis Tritt, getting rid of all of it at all of my concerts.
And
a little extreme.
Bars or some shit too.
Or like what Kid Rock did. I can't remember. He shot
a bunch of beers up.
Yeah, it's a little excessive. I mean, Kid Rock doesn't have the best takes.
No. So Kid Rock shooting up the beers is too much on the other side for me. You know what I mean? Like, bro, I'm a Bud Light guy. I'm a Bud Light guy. Outside of my mango carts, I will drink Bud Light. That's my jam. I'm not going to order any less Bud Lights or anything.
It doesn't change anything.
No, it doesn't change anything for me. Like, as long as it's still beer, but I feel like these guys that get their panties in a bunch over it, But here's the thing, too. I can understand because I'm not a political guy. I'm not. You know me. I'm not a political guy. But what if I was super not political, and was like, bro, I don't keep your race, religion, politics out of my fucking beer. I can understand something being like that. But for me, I really don't care. I'm still going to order Bud Lights just as much. And I'm not going to fucking shoot that Bud Lights up. Like, bro, like, I would understand, like, I don't know. I took it as, like, with Kid Rock, like, if you threw out all the beers or trashed them or whatever, that's, like, one thing. Or, whatever, blew them up, like, as a ha-ha-ha. But, like, pulling out a gun and, like, shooting them, like, bro, like, these fools are getting shot too, right? Like,
and he's done a lot like that where he's a bit too right-leaning.
Yeah.
But also, I think that's probably more than market share. Like, as bad as that sounds, and you may not be happy at this point in time that that's your market share, but that's your market. Yeah. And so you kind of got to stick with who you got. But I can see, like, because I've seen stuff like very similar on cookies, on chips, on, kids' toys, on TV, where it's all over. That at some point, there's going to be a tipping point for people. Just not even this issue, not even caring about this one in particular, just I'm tired of it. And so maybe this is what then they react to of like, well, I'm done with Bud Light. And it's not Bud Light, what they did or anything. It's all the other stuff just building up.
Yeah.
And I think, it's a bit of an overreaction, but I think they're going to change really quick because they still haven't tweeted. It's been over 2 weeks.
I heard about that.
They're supposedly they're canceling all new advertisements and stuff. So I think they're going to be trying to rebrand. He has been constantly saying they need to bring back Real Men of Genius.
Real Men of Genius.
And you don't even have to do real men, real people of genius. Do that.
There you go.
Make it more inclusive. Men, women, whatever. Fun. But, like, bring back something that's fun. Like, commercials and stuff used to be fun. They didn't used to be so divisive. Like, you're with us or against us. Just something silly and fun. Like, that I love, I can't even remember what insurance company, but I'm Chaos.
Yeah.
And, it's just shit breaking and fun.
Let everybody have some fun.
Yeah, just do that. You want to sell something, make people have positive connotations. Don't make any negativity with your brand.
Absolutely.
And that's difficult nowadays, but you could do it. Like, there's ways.
We'll have to wait and see, man. I think it's crazy that everyone's going crazy over some beers. You know what I mean?
That they're probably really, even people who are like, oh, I'm done, they're still drinking them.
Yeah, for sure.
Almost, like, clearly they've lost market share, but that could just be, speculation of people thinking, oh, they're going to take a hit. Because it's not huge. If it was 10, 15%, they've lost some contracts. But it's not enough to say they're screwed. I think they'll come back.
Baby, I'm an alcoholic. I don't give a fuck what's on that beer. Let me tell you that.
You'll drink Pruno.
But let me know what you guys think, man. We'll talk about it in the comments. Do you feel are you old school, man? Do you want your beer regular, not touched by anything or whatever it is? Or, hey, man, beer's for everybody. Let everybody rock out.
Yeah, not seeing the problem.
Not a problem at all. So let us know what you think. We'll talk about it in the comments. Make sure you like and subscribe. And if you like what you're watching, then hop in the Koffin. Follow us on social media at Koffin Radio. Koffin is spelled with a K. And that's all for today. And I ended it.